Now, the reason why, handling objections is such a big thing for people is because they don't understand the basis of it. Not more than 95% of the time, an objection is not a real objection, that you need to handle, but it's just a sign of saying, hey, I'm not certain enough. I'm not certain enough either about the product, about you, or the company. And if I'm not certain enough, I'm gonna say something that buys me time. I still wanna see, I need to think about it, whatever it is. Now, I understand you don't like to be hit with, I need to think about it. And I also understand that you want to know exactly what to say. But before I teach exactly what to say, it's very important for you to understand that all it does when you are able to say something is it buys you more time. And this more time that it buys, you need to use to raise the level of certainty, for your product, for you, and for your company. And once you're high enough on the certainty, guess what? They don't have to think about it anymore because they are certain. All right, now let's get this started by a little animal story here. This time it's not just a story, but it's actually reality. Did you know that eagles can see a storm long before it actually breaks? Guess what? The eagle knows that the storm comes, and instead of just hiding somewhere, it's kind of hard, they don't have a helm or anything. Instead of hiding, the eagle faces the storm, flies up higher, so when the storm comes, and it rages down there, he's already higher up, and he actually uses that, spreading his wings, to go up even higher. Why am I telling you this story? I want you to know that objections occur, that they will happen, the storm will come. You need to see the storm before it comes, and you need to know that you can actually deal with it. All right, now, before we get started here really, let's first get the definition right. What is an objection? Now, Merriam-Webster dictionary says 4 things. Number 1, an act of objecting. Well, that doesn't say too much. Number 2, a reason or argument presented in opposition. Okay. Number 3, a feeling or expression of disapproval. Feeling or expression of disapproval. And number 4, a statement of opposition. Every objection happens inside of yourself first. So you need to take responsibility. Basically, if you have something inside of you, some sort of belief that is negative for yourself, you're gonna hear the same thing, right? If you constantly think that you don't have time and you always get this objection, I don't have time, guess why? You need to handle yourself first. Now, the second secret here is that no objection hinders you from the sale. And you don't want to treat it like it does, right? You don't want to be like, it's a bad time of the year. I'm sorry to hear. Well, let's speak in 6 months ago again, because you're not going to make the sale. Know what objections really are. In most cases, they are smoke screens. Smoke screens for lack of certainty. Okay, now let's go through the specific objections that you're getting, and you're going to be like, oh wow, there's so many of them. You almost feel bad for yourself because there's so many, and you get hit with this and hit with that. But in the second step, I show you how all of them are pretty much the same. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hey, I'm just looking. Hey, the price is too high. I'm not buying. We're just shopping. I'm not the decision maker. I'm not doing anything until really... we have a better price from... I don't have time. Hey, just send me a proposal. Can you send me something over? Your terms are not good. I have bad credit. We can't do anything until your product doesn't have. We don't sign contracts. We don't need all of that. If you can't do it please don't call back. Just send me some information. We can't afford it. Already over budget. Send me testimonials. We never make a rash decision. I need to check with my accountant. I need to check with my wife. I need to check with my CEO. I'd like to buy, but it's a bad timing right now. I've been burned before. My wife will kill me. I want to see it first. And of course, the number 1 objection that you're gonna get, I need to think about it. All right, guys, don't worry. The true beauty here is that there are only really a handful of objections, really. And let's go through this list again. And now I'm gonna tell you really what is it about, okay? So number one, price is too high. That's about money. I'm not buying. That's about thinking, or I wanna wait. So it's almost the same, like I need to think about it. Then we're just shopping, again, thinking, waiting. They just say, well, we're not certain enough yet. I'm not a decision maker. That's about a third party. Just like when they say, I need to speak to so-and-so, my wife, my CEO, whatever it is. Not doing anything until, that's a bad timing thing, right? So not doing anything, it's Christmas time. We have to, we do that budget in December, whatever it is. It's all a bad timing thing. We have a better price from XYZ, so that's about the competition. I don't have time, again, bad timing. Just send me a proposal, send something over, right? Comes in all kind of forms. Send me, do you have a PDF? Do you have a leaflet? Can you show me? Blah, blah, blah. Your terms are not good. That's about the contract. I have bad credit, money. We can't do anything until thinking, or we have to wait. Again, the same thing. Your product doesn't have. That's about the product. We don't sign contracts. That's again about the contract. We don't need all of that. That's about the product. If you can't do it for, that's about the money. Please don't call back. It's pretty much the same as not interested. Just send me some information. That's again about send something over. We can't afford it. That's about the money. Already over budget. Again, about the money. See where we're going here? Send me testimonials. Send something over, right? Same thing. We never make a rash decision. Oh, it's like we have to think about it, right? I need to check with my accountant. Again, the third party, the accountant, the wife, the CEO, whoever it is. I'd like to buy, but it's a bad timing. What is it? Bad timing. I've been burned before. That's a little bit different. It's more really, the lack in their security, in their own certainty right now. Why my wife will kill me. Third party again. I want to see it first. It's almost like I have to think about it. And finally, I have to think about it. I have to think about it. You see how easy that is? So you start out with, what was that, 20, 30 different objections, and you think, wow, they come all the way. They're hitting me from every side. But in reality, they're not. In fact, there's a funny story that Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street, tells when the night that he invented the straight line system. He was with all his schnooks, his sleazy salesmen, that they went from selling, I think, to the average mom and dads. They went to selling like $5 shares to rich people, and it didn't work out at all. So in the first month or so, they really didn't sell anything. And that evening they sat together, and he got really angry and was like, I don't get it, It's like, okay, what? They say, well, there are too many objections. Like, they hit us left and right. They come all the way. And he said, well, all right, let's get started. In his mind, he wanted to just give them an answer for every objection. They said, well, there are hundreds of them. He's like, okay, let's write them down. So he started writing them down. And actually, they got 14 different objections. And out of those 14, 7 of them were just a variation of another one. So they realized, well, actually, it's just 7 objections. And the reason why we just went through all of them is because I want you to realize the same thing. If you realize that there's only a handful of objections, it gets so much easier to knowing, well, actually, handful of objections, I can learn, what to say and how to say it, and it's actually really not rocket science.